Did you see the Snow White story?
I heard about it. I
Did
didn't
you
read
hear
nothing
about it?
about it. I
Uh,
just assume that it's the same exact. I
it's
don't even.
worse.
It's probably
It's
the same exact thing that happened when they announced this Little Mermaid that was coming out.
it's actually well. I got to be honest with you. The Little Mermaid thing didn't bother me. I didn't give a crap about that.
Why this
Um,
bothers you? It's got to be that bad, really?
well, yeah. This actually bothers me because why is it not opening up the damn picture I had here?
Why? What are they changing?
Oh, you haven't seen these pictures yet? You
No,
seriously just ignored this and didn't see this? So,
no. I just heard people talking about it, and I was like, "Oh, this is bullshit."
so I don't care that they made the Little Mermaid black. I actually don't give a shit. Didn't bother me
Cool.
one bit. I think the girl's super hot personally, so I just wanted her to be hot. And I actually was if I'm not a huge Disney geek, but for whatever reason I have a small connection to well, two of them. Lion King cuz I was that was just a cool movie with Mufasa and everything.
Yep.
But Little Mermaid, my sister was obsessed with that movie, and I had to watch it a billion times. And I actually kind of came to like it because I was thought Ariel was hot. So I was a weirdo. I thought Ariel was cute. So for whatever reason, I was like um, really cool with the Little Mermaid and felt like I had a connection to it. So when they made her black, but for whatever reason I didn't care because the girl was hot. So this that worked for me. I haven't watched the movie now. To tell you the truth, I have no idea if it's any good. But
I slept through it.
they've made some major changes to Snow White.
Oh
Um,
God. Well, they had to have gotten rid of the dwarves or something. Now that I'm thinking about it.
well, we'll start with where in the world did the I want a picture. We'll start with well, I can't really tell. This picture is terrible. I'm trying to find the good picture. Aha, this is the one I wanted to show you. Now, it's called Snow White, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Which is a what? Like a German fairy tale, right? I think it was based off of. So it's like about this like little white girl in Germany. Well,
Yeah.
here's what she looks like. This is what Snow White. And Disney tried to deny this at first, and then had to backtrack and say, no, no, no. These pictures that got leaked are actually legit. This is Snow White. Now, Mikey, I don't know if you notice anything about Snow White, um, but she's definitely not white.
She ain't German.
Now that's a Hispanic actress.
I was gonna say that ain't a German that the Germans would claim.
Yes. So yeah, she is. Yeah, she's. Oops, shit, wrong button. My bad. She is the one that is going to be playing Snow White, and Disney tried to pretend that it wasn't her, but it's her, and now people are upset. I actually, again, don't really care. I know it's supposed to be Snow White and it's supposed to be a white girl, but I really don't give a shit. I don't know why it doesn't bother me.
Okay. Well, I thought they were getting rid of the dwarves.
Oh, Mike, I'm not done yet.
Oh.
Because I would like to show you now the one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. I'm not really sure why there's eight I'm looking at. I counted one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Now I'm not sure if one of them is
Trans.
if there's an extra one. I'm sure there's a trans one in there. Um, transy,
Dopey, sneezy.
sleepy,
No, just
transy,
confused.
confusey. Um, um, but so I would love to be able to give you a normal count because you just see if I was looking at eight dwarves, I would see there's an extra dwarf and there's supposed to be seven. But Mikey, what might throw me off from being able to count if there are eight dwarves there?
I don't know.
Well, because there's
They
only
just
one. These are the new seven dwarves.
get out of here.
I'm not shitting you, bro. One, two, three,
Come
four,
on.
five, six, seven people of non-dwarf height, and then one person of dwarf height. I mean, come on, dude. What this is literally wokeness gone beyond even what dumb can handle. And I like to think I'm pretty tolerant, woke dude. I'm not like wearing it like a badge of honor.
Thank God everybody's on strike, and we're never gonna see that shit for a long time.
That's a really good point, Mikey, because this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And I wanted to get, because I don't give a shit really about Snow White or Disney movies really that much. And even the one that I did like, I didn't care about them changing. Although if they made Mufasa's dad a white guy other than James Earl Jones, then I might have a problem. If they changed Simba's dad, Mufasa, if they changed that to a white guy, then I'd have a fucking problem, because that's James Earl Jones and James Earl Jones only.
The daddy of all dads.
That's right, and that's my Budro, Mufasa. Darla is reincarnated, as far as I'm concerned. That's my Mufasa reincarnated, my chocolate lab. So I said to myself, since I don't give a shit about Snow White, let me get the input of a kid. I got kids. Let me ask my kid. Shay was walking by right as I was kind of looking at this story, and I said, Shay, what do you think of this picture? And I showed him the picture, and he goes, what is that? And I go, that's the movie Snow White and Seven Dwarfs. And he goes, no, if that's what they're going to do, they should call it. And I typed it out because it made me laugh so hard. He goes, no, if that's what they're going to do, they should call it Snow Blue and the Six People and One Dwarf. And I was like, all right, if a little kid can see that something's weird there, and it's not really like, right. There's something wrong, Disney. I mean, for fuck's sakes, it's
telling you, they're gonna get rid of all the originals, and this is gonna be the new standard. All these new ones.
Well, Superman's gonna be the new. I wouldn't be surprised if Superman Legacy. I was waiting for that to be a black dude. I mean, because they still got to do Val Zod. They're gonna do the black Superman. They're gonna do a Chinese Superman. They're gonna do all those. They'll do an animated version first. See how that does as a little test group, and then they'll slide it into the real world. So we'll see what happens moving forward. But I think I don't know. Sorry, I got distracted there. But we'll see. I don't think that they're gonna people are gonna take very well to Snow White and the Six Blue Dwarves, or whatever the hell Shay called them. So, all right, guys, I'm getting tired. I'm having trouble keeping my my mind on track here because I'm officially out of gas. So that's going to wrap things up for us tonight, guys. I appreciate everybody hanging out. Like I said, if you've not already hit that like button, please take a second to hit the like button on today's video. If you want or not already subscribed to the show, please make sure you subscribe. If your notifications aren't turned on, I always forget that one. Make sure your notifications are turned on. Mikey, I'll let you go, dude, so you can go to bed. I know you got to work early in the morning. Thanks for hanging out, home flies.
Love you, buddy.
Love you too, bro. Adios, man. So that's going to wrap things up. Like I said, if you don't have your notifications turned on, make sure you hit those notifications. That way you know when we are going live. But we should be back on a regular schedule. Starting tomorrow, we should be back live at 7 Eastern. And that's it. If you've not already become a member, an official member of the League of Dummies, it's $1.99. And it's one of the best ways to help support another dumb show. $1.99 a month. I left that out. I should probably mention that. It's $1.99 a month. And then each month you have a chance to renew, and you can get all kind of fun stuff after your name in the chat. And I do have an idea that I want to do for a members only thing too. So that is in the hopper. I'm not just asking you guys to be members just for the hell of it. There is some stuff that I am actually trying to put together for members only too. So that's going to wrap things up for us on another dumb show tonight. If you guys have been hanging out and you've been doing any drinking or anything like that, you know the rules. Stay home. If you've even been doing your lavender, stay home. I don't want you guys out driving and getting in trouble. So thank you guys so much for streaming with us tonight on my tube. Thanks to Austin. A special thanks to Austin for trying his best at Mikey's McDonald's Challenge. Sadly, he came up very short. And I'm looking forward to, I got an email from Jason, a different Jason, who wants to take on Mikey's McDonald's Challenge. And we will see if he can beat my time of 18 minutes and 17 seconds. And we'll get that scheduled for down the road one of these days. So that's going to wrap things up for us tonight, guys. Thank you in particular to the League of Dummies. I love you guys. You're the best. And we are out of here. You guys take it easy. See ya.
Hello, welcome to another dumb show. I'm not a dumb show host. Welcome to issue number 70. I'm Dom, host of another dumb show.
Welcome to another dumb show. I'm another dumb show host. Welcome. I want to welcome you guys here this evening. In honor of our glorious president, Joe Biden, I thought I'd start off the show by doing a little tribute to him in his most recent meeting with the Israeli president. I couldn't resist. Goddamn, how embarrassing is this guy to the whole world? Welcome to another dumb show. This is issue number 70. I'm another dumb show host. Welcome to, thank you for, oh, look, the phones are working, but I don't know what's going on with them. So they're being weird already. So 844-HIT-DOM, 844-448-3862. I'll take your phone calls. This is the video that I'm making fun of if you guys haven't had a chance to see it yet. This made me laugh so hard. So I figured I'd start off the show imitating old George or old Joe. But before we do that, here I see we have our main man down there. Mikey, what's up, brother? How are you?
What's up, buddy?
What's going on? Nice and quiet today. Hopefully we'll get it louder as we go. You there?
It really does. You said it'll just get louder and louder. You said as it goes.
There it goes. It's so weird.
Gonna mess with them.
All right, I will leave it as it goes and see if it starts to fix itself out. Mikey, did you see this video that I was making fun of there at the beginning?
I thought it was a deep fake when I first saw it. I was like, this isn't real.
I
really
saw
did. I was like, this is really good. Whoever mocked his voice and whatever, like, I thought it was a really good deep fake. And then I just kept seeing it everywhere, and I was like, wow, yeah, this is, yeah.
Did you know what I was doing?
The guy who won the election.
Did you know that's what I was doing when I started the show, or did you just think I was nodding off on the trank that everybody's on in Philly or whatever?
That's some wild videos too.
I know, that's some crazy stuff. Wow, your mic is going up and down right now. That's really weird.
Really?
Yeah, it's really weird. Hold on. The phones are being weird. I don't know what's going on with them right now, but I'm gonna grab. If you're on hold, I'll grab you in just a sec. But no, I'll show this video. So you thought this was
I had an idea. I had an idea that's what you were doing. The hands on the belly, and it was a pretty good mock.
Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. Good. It's so ridiculous. This guy, he's so embarrassing. But here, this is the video I'm referencing. If you guys haven't seen it yet, here's our president, who's now up for re-election.
And we brought Israelis and Palestinians together at a political level, and Aqua and Hezbollah Shram.
That's not.
And as I.
That's not an audio issue. That's him talking. That's what he sounds like.
We brought Israelis and Palestinians together at a political level, and Aqua and Hezbollah Shram.
What the?
And as I affirmed the Prime Minister.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
He's got a lot of coke, man. He's running on empty.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they found his stash, so he's not able to. What the hell's going on with that noise? Your phone, your mic just went. Yeah, it's going goofy now. When you start talking, it's going. It's doing something all goofy. Yeah, let's turn that off. I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah, you might have to unplug and replug there, my dude. Yeah, unplug and replug, and I'll grab this call real quick, and we'll see what's going on with what. Hi, you're on another dumb show. Who's this?
Hey, Sean, how are you?
I'm wonderful. Who is this?
Hello?
Yes, hello.
It's Chance.
Yes, hi, Chance. What's up, man?
Hey,
going once, going twice.
I'm glad to see that you're this up late still, but
cool. Thank you for your constant approval.
Content right now, so if you want to go and get it.
Oh, this fucking guy, he's so annoying. All right, thank you for your call, man. Good stuff. I love that he tries to use my show to promote his own shit. Like, go promote your own shit somewhere else, you fucking nerd. But that's nice of him to call. I appreciate it. So, Mikey, are you back? Are you breathing? We have some audio from you.
Do we have audio?
Yes, that sounds way better too. So I think it might have just been the plug was being wonky. I think
ever since you got the link too.
Ever since you got tar on that plug, I think it's been that's the problem. I think you got tar inside your computer jack there, and it's all messed up. So
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. So I do have a couple of comments here. I did post a few videos over the past couple of days, and I have a few comments on it of the videos that we posted. I got a really nice message from a guy in Indian River County, Florida. His name's Anthony. He said, "Much love, Dom, from Indian River County, Florida. Blueberry runts in the bowl." And Taylor Swift is another I can't stand either. Oh, I love Taylor Swift. I think he must have misunderstood me. But the blueberry runts, that's some quality lavender right there. That's a terp bomb.
Blueberry anything. Count me in. Sign me up twice.
I know you love that. You do love your bloobs. You said that's your favorite for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you, Anthony. Much love right back to you down in Indian River County, Florida. I think I saw him in the chat yesterday, and you gave him a little bit of love while I was grabbing one of my brew dogs. Oh, crap. I forgot to get one of those. I'll have to grab a brew here in a sec. Now I got a comment from Mark S. This is on the Mikey's an election denier video that I posted. It says, we finally found Dumb's real strategy. Get someone on the show who's a complete moron. So then by comparison, Dumb looks like a genius. Actually, not a bad idea. Well,
works pretty good.
I don't think that was the plan by any means, but I had no idea. You and I never had one political conversation ever.
I don't talk politics.
Yeah, we talk football, partying, and that's it. Pretty much
what's going on in our personal lives.
Yeah, how you doing, like friends kind of stuff. We never really even delved into any of that stuff, which is interesting because usually I'm pretty judgmental about that kind of stuff. If I know you're a heavy election denier MAGA dude, I'm gonna kind of I'm just gonna avoid you, which is interesting that you and I are so much alike, but so far on different ends of the spectrum there. But mine's also mine's a personal thing with Trump. There's more news about him today that I can't understand. That he got in more trouble because he now officially took advantage of that woman in that dressing room back in the 80s and gave her the old digit.
I was reading about that. I was reading that he's about to withdraw from the 2024 election because he's going to take a plea deal to avoid jail time.
Oh, really? You think that's the new thing? That I hadn't heard that one. That's a new one.
I just saw that. I was scrolling through the headlines real quick here in the last 20 minutes.
Huh. Okay.
I was looking because New York just passed some marijuana stuff today. You can sell it at events like concerts and stuff. And they issued 9 more licenses in the Finger Lakes and surrounding area because it was only 3. So
nice.
1 in my county. So they issued another 9 licenses this morning to surrounding dispensaries and stuff. So there's going to be more of a selection.
That's fantastic. Ooh, selection equals the more. Well, that just means there's be a big supply right now. They're gonna have to get rid of it. They're gonna have to offload it on everybody before everybody starts noticing it. So
that's what
good
that's what all the farmers were complaining about today. They were like, they're still harvesting and everything. They're still stockpiling weed from last year's harvest. They still have weed.
Oh, so they're gonna be blowing it out, man. You're gonna get zippers on the dollar, man. You're gonna get some good stuff. Good for you. Well, hey, I hope that keeps growing there. It sounds like New York's a place to be right now if you're an up and coming bud tender kind of thing. So I wish they would just make
I thought about picking up a second job to deliver buds.
No, that would be a cool job. That would actually suck because it's hard enough not to eat somebody's pizza when you're delivering for Uber Eats. But when you got somebody else's chronic right next to you, it's going to be really hard to I just want to open it up and look at it and smell it and all that kind of stuff. So that would be hard for me to hold off of.
Well, that'd be working at the dispensary. So you'd be smelling and knowing every strain before it even goes out anyways.
That's true. I just feel like they're probably so heavy-handed with not letting you try it or take any, or it's just so regulated and stuff in any of those dispensaries.
No, not a chance. Every dispensary around here, you talk to all the employees, they give out samples of every strain to each employee so they can effectively tell you how what affects them, and they can be better bud tenders.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
So
they haven't said that
when I go
here.
in and I ask him about Dante's Inferno and stuff like that, everyone will be like, yeah, I just tried it last night. This is what it did for me.
Huh.
You know, and I know certain people's relationships with indicas and sativas at this point, so it really does streamline when I'm looking for something that's really like for me.
That's a good second gig, and then it just covers your just drive around vaping, right? Which I don't recommend. You should never do that, ever. Don't do that. I hear that's what people do though while they deliver that stuff.
I like to smoke cigars.
I see. Okay, while you're out driving.
While I'm driving, yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Let's see. Sean put in a message on. I think that's a new message. Okay, he says from Sean. He said, "Putting in the work, man." This is on the short that I posted of me and my kids working out. It says, "Putting in the work, man. Keep it up. This is awesome to see you helping the boys get in shape. We're gonna keep watching that journey. We got to get back on that. We're off track already. We did it the one time, and you know what? It just there's nowhere to do it here. I got to take all this down and put all that up. I mean, to talk about the process in doing all that, it's a lot. So I think if I'm going to be working out, I officially can't do it here. I'll have to do it in a gym or something like that. So it's just going to be not going to happen. So.
You guys got like community centers around there, like a YMCA or like Jewish Community Center, something like that? It's got a gym where they do like family memberships and stuff like that?
They have a rec center around the corner from here, but the gym is super duper small. I mean, it's as big as this room. I mean, it's adequate. Probably could do it and take the boys up there, but I just don't know if there's more than one person in there. It's like a hotel
They'd be
gym.
difficult. Gotcha. I wasn't sure because we have like YMCAs and stuff around here that have like full blown gyms in them that are huge, and
a lot of the
YMCAs get memberships and stuff.
The one YMC that they used to go to a lot, like in fact, actually, their mom worked there, and I worked there when I was married to their mom. Like I'd like helped do stuff with like they did. Her mom worked in like the daycare center there. And I would just go and help out and like help the kids play basketball and shit and just kind of do sports with them in the gym, some of the older kids while they handled all the infants and whatever. So that was a fun little gig actually. I enjoyed doing that. I like coaching little kids doing sports and stuff like that. That's pretty fun. I enjoy doing that. But
they frustrate the shit out of me.
I don't get too frustrated, to be honest with you. I'm actually pretty patient with them, because I just want them to learn the fundamentals. That's about it. I get more frustrated with the parents. That's because they're the ones that are the frustrating ones. But you can't be a coach when you do stuff like I do here on Another Dumb Show, or we did back in the past. Jelly commented on a really old video, the tortilla slap challenge. That was an old one. She asked, did we ever retry this with actual tortillas instead of the smaller street tacos? No, we don't think we got the full-size tacos out. And I'm not going to... I can't do it right now. I can't just sit here slapping myself back and forth with taco shells. I don't know if it'll have the same effect. But speaking of tortilla shells, that makes me think of the eating challenges. And I do have a comment here regarding yesterday's eating challenge, where Austin, my daughter's boyfriend, tried Mikey's McDonald's challenge. And when I say tried, I say that... Yeah, I say that lightly because, I mean, it was a try for sure, but... he failed miserably, really, really miserably. And one of the things he did was he got a Sprite to go with it. And Andy Shep says, everyone knows that McDonald's Sprite tastes like Lake Erie water. Well, no, I think what it is sometimes you get dirty Sprite. Everybody knows dirty Sprite, right? Dirty Sprite is when you have, they've either put too much carbonation in or they're running out of syrup. That's what dirty Sprite is, and it tastes dirty. There's no other way to explain it. So,
it's all the mold from all them lines in their drink.
No, don't say that. No, it's a bad mix.
Yeah, and let's avoid the truth on that one too.
No, it's a bad mix. So, let's see. Let me peek into the chat real quick here before we start moving on with everything that's going on in the show. How was your day today? Did you stay out of trouble, by the way? No road rage incidents?
Everything's good.
Nice, normal day today? No issues? No drama?
No. But, by the way, I did want to tell you, I had a nice long conversation with my buddy Jeff on the phone that you know.
Yeah.
And he don't wear deodorant either. That's my brother right there. And he was like, I carry it in my truck in case I know I'm going to be smelly around a customer. I was like, exactly. You only as needed. I said, when's the last time you put it on before you went to work in the morning? He was like, years.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yep. All right. Let's see. So I know I actually I peeked to see if on the main show, not the main show, there's my aftermath in me. on RMG. We're the main show now. Geez, that's funny. I peaked. That's so funny. There's old habits that die hard. That's what we used to say when I worked on the Aftermath. I peeked at the RMG podcast thing just to see, because I had a feeling they probably were talking about this Carlee Russell chick and everything that was going on with this girl. Now,
Dude, I just love this story so much now. I really do.
It's so crazy.
Her search history is...
Oh, it's so good. So you are familiar. Okay, good. I know they did. So they did talk about it. And so they hadn't, I think probably by the time they were done, they hadn't had a chance to see the press conference and everything that came out a little bit later on in the day. So we'll get to that here in a sec. But did you see, where the hell did that press conference go? Where's that video? Where the hell is that video? Oh my God, you got to be kidding me. That video's gone.
What? Something was happening today where when I was trying to save stuff, it happened twice. 2 different videos didn't save properly. And I just realized that was a third one. Son of a bitch. Oh, of course. I get the stupid one with friggin' Joe Biden falling asleep. Anyway, well, this press conference, I'll be quite honest with you, it was very, very, very long. So we really don't need to dive too much into it. But I think we all know what happened. I wanted to play the 911 call because the 911 call was in it. Did they play that on RMG today?
No, not that I heard.
No, because they ended up releasing the 911 call for it. And so I think you guys know the story. Thursday night, 9:30, Carlee made a 911 call saying she saw a male toddler in a diaper on the interstate. Where's this at? I can't remember. Houston? Is that where this is at? Oh no, Hoover, Alabama. I'm sorry.
I was going to say Georgia, so.
I couldn't remember. I always mix. I saw the Hoover and it was making me think of Houston, I think. So she went missing there. Where did I just lost my place? So yeah, she said she saw a little toddler go missing. On the 911 call, she ends up screaming. It goes away. The 911 call ends, and then there's they start looking for her. It's a giant manhunt for her, and I believe the Secret Service even got involved in the situation. Yeah. That's who ended up finding the search history. It was the Secret Service. So she, for whatever reason, despite the steady stream of traffic, they didn't get any other calls about a toddler walking down the street. Still no evidence of a toddler. And then she ended up showing back up. So what's that? What were we about to say?
I saw traffic cam footage from, it was either a video that they played on RMG or something I saw in one of the news stories, but like a traffic cam had caught her and like she went like a quarter of a mile on the shoulder of the road with her 4-ways on. Like, how in God's name are you going to be able to see a baby that far away? And what are you doing on the shoulder? I'm assuming she's on 911 when she's driving on the shoulder right there. When she stopped, she screamed.
The timeline is hard to follow a little bit, but they did. That's part of the reason why I wanted to play that audio clip of the press conference, and I'm so pissed at myself that I lost it because they did do a pretty good job breaking down the timeline. But long story short, she goes missing for a couple of days. They say that she is she comes back. Then there's no real explanation. The parents came out and talked. I didn't play that video. I don't have that video, but the parents came out and said that I'm mixing up because there's another disappearance. There's another girl that is disappearing who disappeared. That a news story came out today. They did these 2 back to back, so I'm mixing them up. There's this Instagram girl named the Sassy Trucker, and she is in Dubai, and she just got arrested and is being held in Dubai because she started screaming, I think in a store or a mall.
Oh shit.
Or a rental
or a car like that there.
Yeah, a car rental place. But she claims that she was being chased by somebody who was trying to extort her for money or something like that. So it's a very weird story over there. And her family came out and they're saying she's the most depressed she's ever been. And so I think I'm mixing up the 2 stories with the 2 parents coming out and talking. But these other parents did come out and say that the girl's back and she's healthy, but they can't really say too much because there's still investigation going on. But then the cops didn't come out and they didn't say anything really at all until finally this afternoon, the cops finally came out and they started explaining everything that's been going on, what she did, and she ended up going into a store. What did she do now? She went to a store. She said when she got out of the car, she saw a man come out of the trees, guys checking on the baby, so we know all of that part. She ended up stopping somewhere to get food about 10 minutes away from her house. After she left that place, she stopped at a Target and purchased some more snack food items before arriving at the scene of her disappearance. So she grabbed stuff to eat while she was going to be disappeared for however long she was going to be disappeared. That's right. How long was she? I think wasn't she sitting in the parking lot for an extended period of time? They said that she was sitting there for several hours. Or was that, I might have just heard that in the press conference and they didn't put that in the news story I'm trying to read. But, so yeah, this girl, I think, long story short, I think this girl is totally she's trying to get some internet fame. She faked the disappearance to get some internet fame. There's all there is to it. And she looked actually out ahead of things, trying to figure out the best way to go about it. And I actually, Mikey, check this thing out. Check out what I put together here. I put a little graphic together.
Oh shit! Look at this.
Carlee Russell's internet searches. I stole this right from News Nation. I'm not gonna lie, but I made my own version of it. These are the things that she searched. Do you have to pay for an Amber Alert search? And it is kind of paraphrased a little bit because to fit everything on the screen. She says you have to pay for an Amber Alert or search. She searched how to take money from a register without being caught, Birmingham bus station, and she lives in Hoover, Alabama, so Birmingham not too far away. Then she Googled one-way bus ticket from Birmingham to Nashville. She and something about the movie Taken. I don't really know what from the movie Taken, Mikey. Do you know what from the movie Taken in particular that she searched?
She was probably just searching the movie Taken and see how an abduction happens and how to scream on the phone when somebody's abducting you.
Oh, that makes sense. That could be. I didn't even consider that. All right. And then she's taking notes. Yeah, the last thing that she did was she searched for information about Amber Alerts, including the maximum age of an Amber Alert. And then other searches that police say reveal her mindset that won't be released. So,
come on. Those are the good ones.
Right, I know. Like,
what the fuck?
I don't know. Letting us know that she Googled the movie Taken was pretty good. I think that's
if there's stuff they're not telling us that they reveal more, then those are just like the sprinkles on top of the ice cream. We ain't even got to the brownie, the best part at the bottom. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to find. I had a video here. I was just going to stream one of these videos, but it's got an ad. It's going to take forever. So, what did you say, Mike? I'm sorry. I was not listening.
Oh, I was going to say those are just sprinkles on the top. Like you're trying to get to the bottom where the brownies at, all the good stuff.
All the good stuff.
Those are the good searches. Like she had to search some other shit.
I wonder what weird stuff she was searching. Other than, because Taken is makes sense because of the abduction part of it, but it's still pretty fucking.
How
weird.
long do you have to be missing before there's an Amber Alert? Where to hide? How to hide? Who knows, man? What are the best munchies to take if you're running away?
I wonder if it's like something weird, like how to fake a sexual assault, or something like that. You know what I mean? I know that sounds horrible, and I'm not saying that's what it was, but I mean, if that's something I would think that they would hide. That seems to me like probably something they would hide. All right. Are we? Is the chat being weird today? Are we dealing with some drama in the chat? I just looked over and I just saw somebody whining about a weirdo or whatever. So, all right, good stuff. So. They're talking about soda. All right, cool, good stuff. So,
It's good for them. That's fine by me. I don't give a shit. You said you want to get to the brownies, Mikey. Well, speaking of the brownies,
I know you talk about a video of that?
They can't go one goddamn day without looking like clowns. Now, first, I will say yesterday we played the video of their new helmets, which, you know, they went viral all over because they look so cool. Everybody loved the new helmets, except the haters down in Cincinnati who claimed that we ripped off their white helmets because...
Yeah, they did do the white out before y'all, but...
Meanwhile, their entire uniform is ripped off from the Cleveland Browns. That's back in the day, their original uniforms were exactly the same. They just had black instead of brown, and they put Bengals on the orange helmet. So go suck a D. Who do these guys think they are? Get out of here. And I like the Bengals, too. I love that white helmet. And they can exist in the same sphere, Bengals fans. I mean, I don't get it. Like that. To me, that's the white tiger. It works. Ours actually represents something, our history, like the hype video I talked about when we had white helmets when we first came into the NFL. So it actually works. You guys, again, just being fashionable. You're just trying to look icy like Joe Burrow or whatever, which is fine. Do your thing.
I thought the white jerseys for the Browns just represented the toilet paper next to the shit in the bowl.
No, sir. You dick. But no, yeah, I'll be honest with you.
You know me, I'm a Browns fan. I like Stefanski. I like Watson. I like everything about your team. Your defensive line is made up of all ex-Vikings.
Well, the whole
except
team.
For the good ones.
Well, now we lost the guy who's was gonna be pretty decent. He's a defensive lineman, I guess, or edge rusher. I don't even know what you officially call Perrion Winfrey, outside linebacker, or whatever. But he just got released today, and that's why I was saying we had a great day yesterday with that release, and everyone went viral. We got a little bit of good footage. Because people always make fun of us for our shitty uniforms. We're always getting made fun of for our crap helmets, our crap uniforms. And then we finally get some good coverage. And then the next day, one of our defensive linemen decides to do this. And we certainly do not condone this type of activity on another Dumb Show.
What are you...
And so you can read it just off the bat. It says, Perrion Winfrey just chased us out barefoot out of the 9, which the 9 is the name of an apartment building, hotel, like club here in downtown Cleveland. Perrion Winfrey just chased us barefoot out of the 9, pointed his picture of a gun at me, and put his hands on me, stole both of my phones, and pulled off. Crying faces. Listen to this shit. Him and Cuz are effing crazy for no reason. Camera footage is coming. So here's what they have so far. Here's her. This is from Ohio's hottest white girl, Mikey. Just so you know, this is what she calls herself on Instagram. I got this right from her Instagram story.
You can just tell she's dating a defensive lineman.
Yeah. I mean, well, here she is. I mean, she's pretty hot. I'm not gonna. Whoa, shit! I just closed the. What the fuck? How did I just do that?
From here, she looks like Little Miss Piggy. So.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Without the makeup, there's a little bit of a difference. But with the makeup on here, she looks not terrible. You know, not decent bod, pretty thick, little BB Rexa-ish, in fact.
I still only see like Little Miss Piggy.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm not.
That nose. She got that little oinker on her.
Well, she's dubbed herself Ohio's hottest white girl. And this is her right from her Instagram story last night, and this is the rest of her with Perrion Winfrey.
What are you about to do? Perrion, what are you about to do?
You don't think it's on me? I will smack the shit out of both of y'all.
Why are you
I will smack the shit out of both of y'all.
Right here?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
What garbage.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
In front of all these people?
This guy's lost his mind.
Oh, hell no. Give me that shit.
Give me that fucking phone. Fuck out of here.
So that's the end of it, and then it cuts to, she had a still video afterward, or still picture afterwards, and you can see on her neck there, looks like her neck's all bruised up, and she says, "Is this what you stand for?" and tags the Cleveland Browns directly.
Me?
Yeah. So just immediately calls them out there,
and then goes on to a thing saying, I'm literally scared to go home. And that's the end of that. So what a fucking piece of shit this guy is.
Yeah. CTE is real.
Or is just a fucking thug ass piece of garbage. It could be one or the other. Because the way he was just saying, "What, you don't think I got it on me? You don't think I got it on me?" Like he's talking about pulling out his gun or whatever. Because that's what she said. He had his gun, and I believe there is now a police report out about it. And according to the documents, she saw the Browns now ex-Browns defender in a hotel lobby, called out his name. He didn't respond. Accuser told cops she yelled out, calling him the P word, which pissed off Winfrey, who started walking in her direction. Now, I'm assuming they must already known each other. There's nothing leading up to why a girl would just walk up and yell to a Browns player pussy in a lobby. I don't really understand that. I find that to be I
thought that was his girl.
It seems like it would be, right?
Yeah.
But the way they made it sound was that the way this sounds, she just saw him in a lobby and then called him a name. Maybe it's his ex-girl. They were going through something. Who knows? And so she decided to be super toxic and call him the P word. And you saw the video happen from there. So he left. She called the police. They took statements from the victim and her friend, who also said that Winfrey flashed a pistol. While the cops were there, Winfrey called the girl who put him on the line with the police. According to the cops, Winfrey said the women were harassing him and admitted to taking their phones. They asked Winfrey to return back to the hotel. He refused, saying he was a Browns player and concerned about security. Are you kidding me, dude? He did end up returning the phones, dropping them off near the hotel, where cops finally retrieved them. They were able to watch the video taken by her before and during the attack, where Perrion is allegedly heard threatening to smack her. Cops did say they observed a red abrasion on the side of her neck. Winfrey has not been arrested, but is listed as a suspect in an aggravated robbery, a first-degree felony. So he is El Gano from El Brownzo. And thank God, because I think he did. Yep. Didn't he just get in trouble for something else fairly recently too?
I didn't even see this. This didn't even come across my sports ticker today.
Oh, you didn't know anything about any of this?
No, I didn't. I didn't see any of my sports sites or anything like that. That didn't.
That's why I'm surprised that you. That's why I'm annoyed. We got great national news yesterday for that, and then this went national for us just now. We're the clowns again. We can't win. We're just the clowns.
I went through it being a Vikings fan, from the Love Boat scandal to the original Whizzinator scandals. I mean, there was a bunch of them for the Vikings, dude. Dude got caught with a fake penis in the airport and fake piss.
Yeah, wait, say that again?
The original Whizzinator, Ontario Smith, a running back in like '99, got caught in Minneapolis airport with a fake dick full of fake piss.
That's an old story. I forgot all about that guy. I don't remember his name at all, but wow, okay.
And then the Love Boat scandal with all the prostitutes and everything, and Fred Smoot and Darren Sharper, whatever. What was his name? The dude that's in jail for raping all them women?
I think that's his name. Yeah, I hope so. Yeah. Otherwise, you just called the wrong person out. Speaking of rapists, I watched the Tom Segura special. No, I'm kidding.
That's a good transition right there.
He would have liked that.
Yes, he would have.
Actually, Mikey, hold on one sec. Check the chat for 1 sec. I got to grab a brew dog here real quick. Read a comment. Let me know what you think about it, and I'll be right back.
Coming from the man who doesn't wear deodorant. Yeah, I don't wear deodorant. I can't. Looking for some comments here, guys. The orange helmet is boring. No, I've always liked the orange helmet for the Browns. Browns have always been my second team, at least ever since I met Dom, and been a fan of Cleveland. Cleveland's one of my favorite cities to go to. They got one of the best comedy clubs in the country. Hilarities. It's one of the oldest clubs in the country. I love going there.
Hey, I'm back. I heard you mention that. Yeah, the Pickwick and Frolic Hilarities. That is such an awesome place, and I love it there. And the old guy that owns it is one of the nicest. Nick, he's one of the nicest guys you'll ever met in your life. You really, he's one of those guys who wouldn't call me dumb. He goes, "Oh, what's that? It's that
Skatey.
Skatey. What's up, Skatey?" Mikey's cat behind his head. If you're not watching, you're listening. Oh, by the way, I did have another person ask me about the podcast. If you're watching and you only want to listen to the podcast, you can. It's on YouTube Music. Just go there. You'll find it there. And then you can download it as audio-only version. You don't have to sit and look at my handsome face if you don't want to. So yes, back to what were we talking about before that? Tom Segura, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, and Pickwick. Yeah, so I'm sure he loves that place. If I had to guess, because
Dude, you hear all these comedians from LA, at least all the podcasts that I listen to, talk about their favorite clubs, and every one of them talks about Nick and Hilarities.
Oh really? They name Nick too? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I've heard plenty of stories about him.
Yeah, he's one of those dudes who wouldn't call me dumb. He would call me Sean. He just was one of those kind of cool dudes. Like, he's just such a nice guy that he just couldn't bring himself to call another man dumb. Period. And it's not because he, held me in high regard or anything, but he did treat me like $1 million. Like, if I did go to Pickwick, he always treated us first class. I mean, we still had to pay to eat or whatever. It wasn't like that kind of situation, but there might be a free app that came along or an extra drink or something like that. They were always really good and put us in a good spot. And like, if we went and saw something there, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, he's a first class operation. That they run that.
I saw Sinbad perform there, and it was absolutely fucking hilarious.
Sinbad's funny. Sinbad is good when he's just letting loose. When he can. Is his show a little dirtier than it used to be? Because he's not like. I mean,
he don't do stand up no more. He had a massive stroke.
Sinbad did?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
When did that happen? In the last year?
A while ago. A year, 2 years ago.
Yeah,
his family's been posting like his journey and stuff, and
that's sad.
I don't know like where he's at like health wise now, but I just remember he had a massive stroke or a medical event.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that's really sad because I liked that dude. I was always a fan of him.
Oh, dude, his stand up specials are on Max, on HBO Max. It's fucking hilarious. Mm-hmm. The old from the late 80s, early 90s when he was wearing the fucking swishy suits.
I was just about to say the swishy jumpsuits. So I did get to see. I know how much you love Bert and Your Mama's House and Tom Segura and and Christina P. Right? Isn't that her name?
Yeah,
isn't that his wife's name?
Yeah, Christina Pajitsky.
Brittany B1 loves her. Christina B in there saying that unpopular opinion, she is not a Tom Segura fan. That's surprising. I think Tom Segura is great. Now I will say this last one. You know what? I take that back. It was funny, but the one before it I think was even funnier.
Ball hog.
Yeah, maybe that was what it was. That was really, really funny. That was like nonstop belly laughing, but. There were a couple times in this one where I actually I couldn't catch my breath. I was laughing so hard when he was talking about his wife on the steps. Oh my God, that was so good. And then, but not the actual steps, the aftermath of it, of like what he was going through, with calling the cops and calling 911.
Oh,
and what
getting excited to call 911 the first time it's ever a good time to call 911.
No, what he was worried that he just said, yeah, my wife just fell down the steps. Like, you can't tell, and just how that kept blossoming and ballooning, and then what she said in there, and oh my God, I was dying. It was so funny. I don't want to blow it for anybody who hasn't seen it, but then from there, the story with his mom.
Oh, dude, gummies. The video. He posts videos of that.
Oh, really?
Videos that he found on his phone of when that was happening. Charo is absolutely hilarious. She's been on the podcast a few times. They talked to her on the phone. She's an old Peruvian lady, dude.
When he was imitating her, I could not catch my breath. I mean, I'm not lying. I was straight up belly laughing because, and I also, it caught me off guard because I was chilling watching it, you know, doing my thing kind of throughout the whole thing. I really just kind of took my time and was really burning down. And I was like kind of, it snuck up on me how funny it was. You know what I mean? I was giggling a little bit throughout it. And it's like he ramped up in the last like 20 minutes. It was just like crying, couldn't catch my breath. Really, really good. Like there was like some serious endorphins happening because I was laughing so hard. It was really awesome. So I highly recommend it.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, it was a great special.
I think he is infinitely funnier than Bert.
His stand-up is.
Yeah, I mean, Bert's good ad-libber, and just in person, you're right. I guess
promotion, personality-wise, podcasting, everything like that. Like Bert's stories and Bert's larger-than-life personality is that. But when it comes to the art of stand-up, Tom Segura is an assassin.
Oh, he's yeah, he'll gut you, he'll chew you up and spit you out. He's definitely one of those dudes for sure. And it's funny when he talked about when he started to tell the story about when he got dosed, I thought he was about to tell the story about when he got roofied. Because didn't that happen to him?
Bert
from Ari?
No,
Bert oh, that's right.
Bert
got
dosed
roofied.
Ari with Molly.
Oh, to get him back?
No, sorry. Ari dosed Bert with Molly. That's what he dosed him with.
Oh, okay. So, that's why.
That's why it was a big problem because Bert was on high blood pressure medication and cholesterol medication, and his kids were there, and his wife was there. It was at his house in front of his family.
Gotcha. I see. All right. Well, it's good. I saw somebody in there. What was another? Andy said he's not a big Tom fan either. Doesn't dislike him. But his girlfriend thinks your mama's house is life, which is annoying.
Oh, keep it high and tight, jeans.
Is that a line from them or whatever?
Yeah.
I would love to watch it. I just don't feel like maybe I should just kind of consider maybe starting to watch more of that kind of stuff. A little bit more. I just don't. Nugget says Ari's also a horrible scumbag for so many reasons. Yeah, I just say good luck for all
I love Ari.
Yeah, he does say some awful things. He's just the king of sacred cows
tweet.
And blah 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 blah. Yeah, oh, that's right. What was that again? I don't even remember what it was. I just remember everybody got angry at him for it.
He said something horribly off color about Kobe dying.
Oh, okay.
But he's done that a bunch of different times. But it obviously didn't affect much. His last special on YouTube is 10 million plus views.
Ari's is?
Yeah, that's one of the. As for specials that have come out this year, that is number 2.
Oh, really?
Ari Shaffir, Jew.
All right, maybe I'll watch that then. I just noticed something. Sorry if I got distracted there. I'm a dipshit. I literally just found the video that I said I didn't have.
The press conference.
Yeah, I don't understand. I was looking right at it. I don't know how I missed that. Anyway, who knows? I'm a dipshit. Speaking of dipshits, did you see that our favorite MMA dipshit is back at it?
Which one is that, Conor?
Conor, yes. It looks as though Conor may have gotten himself into some more trouble.
I didn't see that. I watched The Ultimate Fighter last night. His team finally won. They were 0-5. He was talking a bunch of shit.
Apple juice.
I love apple juice.
I don't watch that show, so I don't know what you're talking about. So sorry, I don't know what that means. He's coaching a team on The Ultimate Fighter now?
He's supposed to be, it's supposed to be him and Michael Chandler, 2 guys that are supposed to face off in a fight. It doesn't look like that fight's going to happen, but Conor's coaching a team, and this Michael Chandler dude is, and Conor's team has lost the first 5 fights in a row. They did veteran fighters against rookie fighters, which, I mean, all these veteran fighters are just curb stomping these young guys. And Conor's team finally won last night, and Conor was doing Conor's shit talking, trying to fight guys on the other team and stuff.
Well, here's what I found.
Now I'm assuming from what I'm reading here, I'm hoping this isn't old. It's from a weird website, but I guess a family member of his passed away. His aunt. They were at a bar. They were at a family funeral. They went to a Liverpool pub. So I'm sorry, this is not in Ireland. It's in Liverpool, is England, right? From there, supposedly what happened was, this video is kind of hard to see what's going on, but supposedly in this melee that you're about to see is Conor McGregor back involved in another bar brawl. And then, so keep an eye on white shirts, Mikey. Tell me if you can see Conor out of all these. And it goes fast. It's a little blurry because it's happening on a shitty phone, and it's so see if you can find Conor in here. But there is proof that Conor is in there somewhere. We just have to figure out where. So let me see if you can find it. Now, that's where hold on, I want to pause it right there. Right there is, so in that video, and it's really loud, so I'm actually you couldn't tell, because you got a better eye than me a lot of times. And again, it's just a melee, so you really can't see it.
It just looked like a bunch of pushing and shoving. Who gives a shit?
Well, I did see if it looks like a punch got thrown right in there, and I'm trying to see if that's Conor throwing the punch right there. See that? Boom.
Oh, the kid on the right that's getting punched in the face?
Yeah. Well, I don't think we can see who's actually getting punched. I think, or is that who gets hit? Well, either way.
He's getting hit in the face.
So the melee's... I don't think so. I think he hit somebody right in front of him. But
it looks like a typical Irish family event. What the fuck?
That's kind of where I was going. If you've ever been to an Irish event, there's inevitably some sort of fight between the family members somewhere. It just kind of inevitably is going to happen. So it's not totally crazy news. But Conor, he's got kind of a history, though. That's the problem. You know what I mean? If you got that history, you might want to be a little bit more careful. Now you
punch one old guy in a bar and now everyone thinks you're an asshole.
That's what I'm saying. You throw a chair and almost blind someone. What's the big deal?
I forgot about that one.
I only remember because you reminded me about it a few days ago.
I know. Yep. And I just forgot about it. That's how my brain works.
So here actually is proof that he was in this bar. And what happens when he leaves made me laugh so hard because little kids in Ireland these fuckers don't mess around, man. It's these little European kids are fucking little gags and hooligans. Yes, where do you see these kids? It's hilarious. So that was Conor. If you didn't see, that's him leaving the pub. And you can tell because he's like what, 5'1".
He's just got that Vince McMahon walk to him.
Yep.
Hurry, come here now.
Fuck you. There's beef in the house, that kid yelled. Whoa, whoa.
Conor! Get it!
That's the end of it. So I loved the kids just being like, giving zero shits about the fact that the guy could get out of the car and beat the shit out of all 20 of them if he really wanted to. They're just out there yelling and screaming, being little shits like kids are supposed to be. It made me very happy. So we'll see what happens with Conor. I just found that like right before the show started, so I don't know if that's kind of gained any traction yet. If anybody even really knows about that yet, I don't think. I haven't really seen much about that anywhere else. So I'm not sure. We'll see what happens if he gets into trouble. You know how it goes with Conor. He's always finding ways to get into trouble.
There was something else you brought up at the beginning of the show that I just, God damn it.
What did we talk about at the beginning of the show? Joe Biden?
No.
The girl?
Something we mentioned in passing. Shit, I don't know. Let's move on.
All right, if it comes back to you, just let me
it.
know. That's all right. Just let me know if something comes back to you. Let's see. Christina says if you're a professional MMA fighter, you should not be bar brawling unless you're the Diaz brothers. Vanilla Charlie says Conor McGregor is drama. Dude could have everything and be on top of the world, more so than even what he is, but he can't stay out of trouble. Jelly says Conor has been a hothead, always been a hothead. It's in his blood.
Yeah, but he's never in that big of trouble. Not like there's lawsuits and he's got money leaking out or anything like that. That Proper 12 shit,
he must be
$100 million for the Floyd fight. Like, that dude is loaded beyond measure.
Yeah, I mean, I remember that super yacht that he had. I mean, he can buy his way out of anything, really. I mean, honestly, I think that's probably the why we don't see him getting into trouble. He's got enough money to literally say, well, just give him $1 million. Give him $1 million. And then he doesn't even know that it's gone. His lawyer does some sort of thing where it handles, the IRS doesn't even know what it is, and they can write it off or whatever. But Pat Wooey said he does put the asses in the seats and he sells hella pay-per-views. Totally true. I have not played. Yeah. I have not played. It's the only UFC I've ever bought. It was a Conor McGregor fight. The only one I've ever paid for was the one against the one where he broke his leg. I don't know. I can't remember who he fought, but I just remember they made it all personal. They're going after each other's wives and shit. So,
Dustin Poirier.
Yeah, that was good, man. That was exciting. I liked all that because
he was laying on the ground with a broken leg, still talking shit about his wife.
I know. I mean, well, that going into it, I felt like it was kind of manufactured, but still very exciting for me. So I was invested in it. But then when he's still on the ground with the broken leg, talking shit about the guy's wife, I was like, okay, maybe he really doesn't like him. Maybe there really is something there, and they really don't like each other. Instead of just
all the sales were done at that point.
Yeah. All right. I think what we'll do is we'll take a quick break. I got a couple of little things to talk about here. Some celeb news, some music news. There's a story that is in the news that actually kind of, Mikey, we kind of referred to it the other day, but as I learned more about it, it seems as though, it seems as though the world does revolve around me because it includes stuff that could kind of include you, the story, and stuff that also could kind of include me, some kind of topics within this news story. So I will talk about that when we come back. I'll try to grab this phone call real quick. We'll see. We're dealing with a guy living in his mom's basement, and he's got some time tonight.
God, not.
So I just want to see. We do have one phone call here. 844-HIT-DUM, 844-448-3862. We'll see if this is Lil Dick. Good morning, good evening. You're on another Dumb Show. Who's this?
Hey, it's Frank, man.
Oh, Frank. Hello, Frank. What's up, dude?
Nothing. I just wanted to see about talking to Dumb. I didn't know he had a phone screener.
No, this is Dumb. You're talking right to me, my dude.
Oh, what's up, Dumb?
How are you, dude?
How you doing, man?
I'm good now. We haven't hit phone screener level yet, buddy. It's just me grabbing it, so I appreciate it. Sorry about that. If I sounded shitty. I was dealing with a troll earlier, so I just assumed you were the troll.
Oh no, man! I thought you had an intern or whatever.
No, that's my son. His voice is just changing. It's so no. Go ahead. What can I do? What's up, Frank?
Oh, I was just wondering, man. I put you on when I go to bed at night, and then every morning in the middle of the night, I end up with Bob and Tom.
What does that mean? Does it play their videos afterwards?
Yeah. Hang on, let me turn you down.
That's okay.
I wasn't expecting to.
I don't know how that works as far as I think I could try to redirect stuff afterwards. I'm not exactly sure how that works. So we put you to sleep at night,
is what you say, is what you're telling me. And then from there, you wake up to videos to Bob and Tom. So we're putting you to sleep and Bob and Tom wakes you up. That means we got to up our game here, Mikey. That's a problem.
Yeah, and Bob and Tom actually wakes me up. Like, I don't wake up. Bob and Tom wakes me up. You know what I mean?
They
With
do yeah, I was just going to say with all the canned laughter and whatever, but what's that?
Bob and Tom, didn't one of them die?
I think something like that. Yeah, I don't know.
How the hell is it still Bob and Tom?
I don't know. I think they just kept the name and just rolled with it in honor of the dude.
I think, but...
Yeah, whatever. All I know is one of them is from where I'm from, is from Chagrin. But growing up with Chagrin, never heard of the guy once. Never ever heard of a reference to him. Nothing. Nada, zip, zilch, nothing. And I don't mean that to sound like a dick or whatever. I mean, it's from my hometown. We share a hometown. And I've never heard of the guy. I don't know if it's Bob or Tom, to tell you the truth. Actually. Frank, thank you for listening to us. I know it does play. I have it set up to where it'll play a couple of our videos after the show. I just don't think it'll keep playing forever on our channel. I think YouTube does that on purpose to try to get you to check out other channels. And they must think... there must be recommending Bob and Tom because we'll do talk shows. I don't know.
Well, I appreciate it, dog, man. I wasn't expecting to talk great to you, so it kind of made my night.
Oh, well, dude, you made my night for calling in and being a part of another dumb show. That truly, I love it when people call into the show. So thank you so much, my friend. You have a good rest of the night, my dude.
Hey, you guys have a good night too, man. Smoke up.
We always do. Don't you worry. In fact, we're getting ready to probably do that here in just a sec, because what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break. Now, I have a bone to pick with the league, with everybody that watches, because I did a little analytic research today, and I found out that only 13% of our viewers have the notifications turned on. So, guys, when people whine about not getting notifications, probably some of you just don't have them turned on, or all of them for that matter. So I would go in and check your settings if you want to know when we go live, or when I post videos, stuff like that. Make sure you have notifications turned on. And I'm just joking about bones to pick. I don't give a shit if you don't do it. I'm just fucking with you, but I'd appreciate it if you did it. So if you have not already taken a second to hit the like button on today's video, I would appreciate it if you do hit the like button. If you've not taken a second to turn those notifications on, hit that little bell, hit that little bell button for me, and your notifications will be turned on. If you're not subscribed to the channel, that's the only way to be able to become a member of the League of Dummies and talk in there and be able to talk in our chat. If you don't know how to join to become an official member, and it's $1.99 a month, the official members, well, they're going to get perks that are coming. In the meantime, you just get the cool green name. You get the cool little logo thing next to your name and all that good stuff. And every month when you re-up, you get more going on. So in the meantime, you're really doing it just to support Another Dumb Show. So if you want to help support me and Another Dumb Show and Mikey, the best way to do it is to help by putting in those super chat donations and the hitting the join button. It's $1.99 a month. So I encourage you guys to please do that to help support Another Dumb Show. All right. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to do a little lavender break, get some stuff lined up for the rest of the show. Like I said, I got a story that I think will relate to both me and Mikey in two different ways. And it involves a really hot chick. So you really can't go wrong here. It's hitting on, all the oars are hitting the water on this one for me. So we'll be right back on Another Dumb Show. Sit back and relax. my babies together, looking good. Man, I got the best looking friggin' animals in the world. I love my puppy wuppy. This is a puppy wuppy. There's a birdie boy, and you see over in the corner there's Poopa Doopa hiding out too. All right. Welcome back to Another Dumb Show. I'm Another Dumb Show host. Thank you for joining us on issue number 70. Thanks for streaming on my tube tonight. Appreciate it. Feels good to have you streaming on my tube. Feels so good. Feels so good. This is how good it feels. Can you hear this? Oh no, I'm alright, broke it. Doesn't work anymore. Alright, we're back. Alright. Mike, you still with me, bro?
Yeah.
Oh wait, where'd he go? Hold on. My bad. There he is. You're like, whoa, what's up, bruh?
I'm here. Mike's close to the mouth. We're ready to go.
That's awesome. Good stuff. All right. Well, we're back, baby. Oops, wrong button again. My bad. All right. Darla Beans is losing her mind in there. I saw you guys bitching about Uber Eats in there. Look at this thing I got ready to eat for when we're done. I got a burrito as big as my face, as big as my head, ready to eat. I'm going to mash that thing. That's got more calories in it than Mikey's allowed to eat in a day right now. I love it. So let's see. Drew is saying something about when people drop out. People drop out during the break always for a second, then they pop back on, man. They're getting their delis, they're putting their kids to bed, putting the kids in front of SpongeBob, all that stuff. It happens all the time. They'll be back in a sec. Let's see. I have a question for you guys. During the break, the other day, somebody, and Mikey, I'll get to the story we were talking about in a sec. We'll get to that in a little bit. But I did do something during the break that I figured out. I know you guys have been asking about Discord. And now I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know shit about Discord. I don't know what it is. Mikey, are you familiar with Discord? Are you a Discordian?
I've used Discord for some chat features. Used it once when playing Diablo 4 to chat with somebody cross-platform.
Okay.
So
that's
about it.
What is the purpose of it? If we have a YouTube chat, what is the purpose of the Discord chat? For people to be able to chat together, like continue the chat outside of when we go live or whatever?
So. Yeah.
So the
can
league
check in during the day and stuff like that.
Yeah, so the league could do their own Discord or whatever. Because somebody said I should start my own one. I think somebody, like you guys might have made one or whatever, but somebody said I should start one. I think Blue Wolverine was on me about that.
I think I'm still in one.
Yeah, I don't even know. But I did make one, so I don't even really know how that works. So if there's one already made, you guys can have. Do I need to make another one? I don't really even know. Well, I have one regardless. So if you guys want it, let me know. I'll give you the link for it. You can go do your thing there. Otherwise, I don't care. You can do Dizzes, whatever works for you. Don't care.
That's the one I'm part of.
Dizzes, the one that Disaster made.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different channels and stuff.
All right. So if you guys already have one and it's already handled and stuff and I don't have to get involved in it, then hey, you guys go right ahead and you do your own. I just had somebody mention it to me. So I figured I'd throw it out there. So, all right, asked, answered. There you go. What?
Oh, nothing. I was just looking at the Discord and there's nothing happening there either.
Okay.
I never get on it.
Did you ever think, did you ever figure out what you were going to talk about earlier? The thing I mentioned, did it ever come to your mind or whatever?
No, man. No? That's one of them.
You lost it?
Goddamn Biden moments.
I
read an article. I read an article about him too, and about how he's got sundowners. It's an
old person.
That's why he can't. Oh yeah, and it's like the worst time of day for people with Alzheimer's and stuff like that. My grandfather used to have it really bad. That's why he wasn't able to do a bunch of meetings when he was overseas for something because they were at a certain time of the day. He never really takes meetings that time of the day.
I don't think it has to do with actually the time of day. Sundowning is, I think that's a misnomer. I don't think it actually has to do with the time of day. It's a syndrome that comes with, along with dementia. I don't think it gets worse. I think it's like they call it sundowners because they're like older. Oh no, I take that back. It does say from late afternoon into the night, people living with Alzheimer's or dementia may experience that. So I take that back. I apologize. You're right. I'm wrong. I always thought it was because they were just getting older. Like that's why, like sundowners, like their time is coming to an end. That's what I always thought.
It does have a double meaning. You're right. I can't argue with that either. But I just remember because my grandfather had Alzheimer's, and it was like a 8-9 year battle with it. And I remember there was certain times we wouldn't be able to go. Like they would recommend us not go to see him like later in the day, earlier in the day when he had most of his energy and stuff like that. Because I mean, how tiring or mentally exhausting it has to be not knowing what's going on.
I couldn't imagine. No, I had to deal with that with
my biggest fear, like being trapped in my own brain.
You might get lucky.
You're in a coma and awake.
There's an Alzheimer's this drug that they just that is like just been like approved. That's supposed to help slow it down big time. It's been all over the news the past couple days.
No shit.
Yeah, it's supposed to work the best when they take it early on. Obviously, like most medications seem to, but supposedly it's. I just saw this. It was all over the news the past couple of days.
Probably made by the Sackler family.
I tell you what, though, if it actually helps with that disease and not just getting people high and addicted to drugs, good. I mean, I'd hate to put more money in that family's pocket.
I don't know if I'd be able to take it.
Just because it was theirs?
Oh no, I wouldn't be able to say that because probably every medication I'm taking right now is probably produced by them.
Okay, it looks like it's from Lilly, so you're lucky there. So it says, the headline is, second Alzheimer's drug in pipeline can slow the disease by a few months, but it does come with a safety risk. And I can't remember what that safety risk was. I did see the story. But it helps, it's supposed to slow and delay the effects of the mind, what do they call it? Mind-robbing disease, yes. So what did they say was this side effect, though? I can't remember. I think... brain swelling or brain bleeding. So it's kind of like pick your battles here at this point. So yeah, I hopefully you don't have to deal with that, Mikey, because I witnessed my mom's husband. I'll never even call him my stepdad because he was a piece of shit. My mom was married to this guy, and I think she actually married him when he was in the very early stages of this and not realizing it. And he just slowly got meaner and meaner and had stranger and stranger behavior. One morning I was when I was staying at their house, he came. It's a really weird house. He actually designed it. He was an architect, so it was built into a hill, so the garage was below the house. And you'd actually have to you'd come out of the garage and you'd end up in the driveway, but there's like an upper level, and then it dipped off down in this valley. It was actually a really cool house. He was a very talented architect. He was just a piece of shit. Whether it was the disease or not, I don't know. I don't like the guy. I never will. I'm surprised I haven't taken a whiz on his grave at this point. But yeah, he's dead. See you. Bye. Goodbye, Richard. Don't care. Happy you're gone.
Bye.
Yep. Oh, he treated my mom so terribly. He was such a piece of garbage. He verbally.
Nope. Anybody that treats Bish like shit, fuck him.
Yeah, he verbally abused her to where she lost complete confidence in herself, totally. And I don't think she's never been the same, to tell you the truth, because of that guy. It just completely
destroyed. Tough thing to rebound from.
It just completely destroyed her confidence. He was an awful, awful human being. I remember one morning I left to go do the show. It was when I interned back on RMG. I was like, this is 4:00 in the morning when we used to get there real early. It was snowing. So it might have even been earlier because I was leaving earlier because I had like a 40-minute drive at that point. So I pull out of the driveway, and this maniac, as I back out of the garage and then make the turn to go down the driveway, because you got to back out and then go down. This maniac is standing in the driveway
in his boxers screaming something about put the chicken back. And I was like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm like freaking out. And it looked like he had something in his hand too, so I wasn't really sure what was going on. If he had a gun or if he had a weapon, a knife, because he was just screaming something about the chicken. And then I started to understand he was saying, you have to clean the cooker. You have to clean the chicken off the cooker. Well, apparently I had not cleaned the George Foreman grill the night before when I had used it. And this guy lost.
You psychopath.
Lost his
How
mind.
Do you not clean the grill?
Well, wouldn't you just
the grill now?
Wouldn't you just normally just maybe wipe it off at that point and be like, hey, next time you use the grill, can you clean it off? That's what a normal person would do. This guy lost his mind, was standing outside in his boxers. And mind you, this guy didn't wear normal boxers. He wore a woman's silk slip. Yeah, he was like a cross-dresser or however, I don't know what word you use for it these days. But yeah, he wore a woman's silk slip that was like just long enough to cover his balls. Basic children's story. It was just long enough to cover his balls. So that was very weird to be getting yelled at by a guy wearing I forgot he was wearing a silk slip. Which is weird that I forgot that because it's the most abnormal part of the story. But for me, it was normal because I'd seen this guy walking around the house in this thing. He was brazen about it. So, but that's the only thing he wore. Right. He didn't wear a dress or anything like that. He just wore that. That was his little bit of cross-dressing that he did. But
guilty pleasure.
He lived in Belgium for a long time, so I think he lived that European life for a little bit. So,
saying all Europeans are cross-dressers?
No, I think they're maybe a little bit more open over there than we are over here about that kind of stuff. Maybe a little more footloose and fancy free. You know what I'm saying?
Footloose and fancy free, yeah.
Yeah. So, so I did mention before the break that I have a story that I wanted to talk about that I think will relate to both Mikey and I in a couple different ways. I mentioned a couple weeks ago that, or not, I don't know, I think it was maybe actually last Thursday or Friday. I mentioned that there were a couple big celebrity divorces, and one of them I needed to hop in the DMs right away, and one of them I needed to hold off on. Now, based on what I've seen in the news here, it looks like I made a mistake and I had it backwards, Mikey, because I said I needed to jump right into the DMs of Ariana Grande immediately because everybody's going to be jumping on that.
She'd be married in 3 months again, we said.
Exactly. Then there's Sofia Vergara, who now is getting a divorce from Joe Manganiello. And I said, I got to play it cool with her. She's a little bit older, a little bit more reserved maybe. I got to make sure you don't want to dive in there too quick. But, Mikey, it turns out this has been going on for a while. So I think...
Well, you said the thirst traps have been posted for months too. So that's near that. The thirst traps don't come while the problems are happening. That comes afterwards.
Yeah. In fact, here,
you figure this probably been going on for a year.
Yeah. Well, months for sure. Yeah. Hold on. I'm going to pull up her, one of the main thirst traps I saw that made me really realize that there's trouble afoot. And I think it was, what was the first one I saw? I think it was this one.
That's a crazy girl though. That's just a date. That's a sleep with, not a date girl.
It was this one. It was back in July. And it just seemed, no, it's not this one. This isn't the one I saw. Where is the one I saw that just seemed like a straight up thirst trap? Oh yeah, just this one. This is the one I saw that I just remember being like, there's no no comment on it, nothing, just that and some boats, and it just says IT, like she's in Italy or something like that. So I saw that one and I went, I feel like something's up. She had posted before that some pictures of her when she was like younger too. So I felt like that was a little bit of a weird thing. She's like kind of throwing back to those days, hearkening back to the days of the single life. And then I started looking, and I noticed that all these pictures, she just kind of since around that time, no pictures with old Joe. It's just all her pictures with her gals, all that kind of stuff. So
she kind of looks like the Puppet Master, dude.
What do you mean what's the Puppet Master?
That movie from the 80s, you never seen that horror movie? The Puppet Master with all the little puppets running around killing people.
I've heard of it. I'm not a big horror movie guy, so I don't bother to really.
I like them hokey 80s ones. I love that, like Critters and shit like that.
I hate that stuff. I can't stand that kind of movie. Those movies. Those movies were on cable all the time when I was a kid, and we had my dad's the only thing.
WGN every Saturday.
No, actual cable, like Cinemax and HBO and all that. I'd see all those movies when they first came out because my dad was pretty cheap about everything else, but for whatever reason, cable, we had every channel. He was like, we're gonna have every fucking channel. If I got to pay this much for 3, we're getting them all. So I was like, oh sweet.
Really?
So I saw
he paid
everything.
For it. We were always the Scramble Box family who would buy them at the flea market, have people program them and shit, and get all the channels that way. And every once in a while, HBO wouldn't work.
Oh yeah, no, my dad was he was like I said, he didn't like to spend money on stuff, but when it came to that, we were having every channel because it worked out great for me because I saw a lot of Cinemax. But here's one of the thirst trap kind of around the world that everybody saw that kind of went viral. That was the one that made everybody think that, all right, there's trouble in paradise officially, and it was this one. It was her walking around in a thong. Just kind of, being a little silly, just kind of random one. That one went viral. So she has since, her and Joe Manganiello have since decided they're going to call it off. They're going to get a divorce. And like I said, there were 2 parts of this story that really kind of caught my eye. The first one that caught my eye was, hold on one second. I actually have the... Vergara was a tweet I saw. Julie Bone, Sofia Vergara. I saw a post. Actually, screw it. I can't find it at this point. It was a comment that she made on one of Sofia Vergara's posts. And this is Julie Bone. It was a girl. Did you watch that Modern Family show?
Yes.
So you remember the blonde mom?
Yep.
The real tall, real skinny girl? Well, she commented on one of Sofia Vergara's pictures and said something along actually it's right here. I actually was able to pull it up right here. She commented on it and said, this is what single and fire looks like with a bunch of hearts. So that came out yesterday, and that post infuriated me when I saw that comment, because this kind of thing, something similar to this just happened to me recently with B1. Now, B1 and I have been in a weird kind of situation where there's really no definition on what our relationship is right now.
It's complicated.
Hashtag, right? I mean, it really is
complicated.
As complicated as it could get. So there's really no definition.
Levels to this shit.
Yeah, so you can't put a real stamp of what we are, a name on what we are at this point. But what we were doing was we're not like putting ourselves out there, kind of, I think, because like she's supposed to be having some space or whatever to figure out how she feels about everything that happened at the end of the last year. So I don't know, maybe within the last month, she went to a baseball game with one of her friends, and I follow her friend on Instagram.
You mentioned this baseball game. You had said she went to this baseball game and you had no idea she was going to this baseball game, which was kind of weird because that was like the first time in 10 years or whatever that you didn't know what she was doing.
Yes. Right. Well, come to find out, I follow her friend at this game. Her friend posted an Instagram story with a picture of B1 saying taking applications. And it put a couple other things underneath that. And I, of course, was not happy when I saw that. I said, all right. I texted B1. I said, so this is how I find out we're broken up. This is how I find out what our relationship status is. And so
she was, and my phone's going off right now, so I'm assuming she probably doesn't want me to talk about this, but, well, I mean, whatever I'm not mad about it at this point. I was mad then. I've moved on, and she said that it was out of her control and that she had nothing to do with it. Her friend did it on her own. But, and again, I'm not giving B1 a hard time about it. It was more about the rah-rah shit with the friend, especially when, like Julie, Sophia and Joe, these celebrities, they're right in the middle. You need a sec there, Mikey? I'll give you a minute. Sophia and Joe, they just announced this, and she posts a picture of her, a hot picture of her, which I guess the girl, I can't blame Sophia for doing. It is pretty quick to get all these thirst traps out there right after you make the announcement. But then from there, when her friend goes and makes that comment on there, it's like, too soon, man. You know what I mean? And Sofia Vergara doesn't need you to to pump her up. She doesn't need you as a cheerleader. So she could do fine on her own. And that kind of bothered me a little bit about the whole thing when I saw with B1. I was like, first off, where are we? What's going on with our situation? And then this is what's get posted. So it sucks that the friends get involved when
it's just a friend doing too much.
Yeah, it's a friend getting involved when the situation isn't even resolved yet. And then it just adds to more drama, especially her and Joe, they've announced they're done, at least, I guess. So there's a little bit of a difference there. But in ours, we're like, well, what is she going back? It makes me also wonder, well, what is she going back and telling her friend about where we're at? That kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So, am I getting two different stories? Blah, 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 blah. So that is
Is that one of those friends that don't like you and you're better off without them? Is that one of them single friends that want somebody to join the party? Is that not saying anything disparaging about the friend or anything like that, but
her friend's married and going through a lot of her own stuff actually right now, to tell you the truth, outside of B1. So I don't think, and this friend kind of, all right, Darla, honey. Damn it. This Mike. Friend, sorry, I hit the wrong button. I hit the camera button instead of the mic button. My bad. This friend, I think maybe did like me at one point. I'm not sure if they do anymore, considering everything that's gone on over the past 2 years. I wouldn't be surprised. I probably wouldn't like me if, considering I threw all her stuff out in one of my crazy maniac episodes. You know what I mean? So I could understand why her friend and or family would not like
the same thing.
What, in a rage moment? Freaked out and threw all your girl's stuff out the door?
Yep, with her and her kid here.
Your current girl?
Yeah, like a year and a half ago when we were first 6 months in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude. Drinking was bad.
Well, actually, that's funny. That's actually kind of leaded to my my next part of this story with Sofia Vergara. I tell you what, actually, I need to re-up real quick. Check the chat, read a couple comments. Let me know what you think of those comments, and I'll be right back for a second. We'll get the second half of that story.
Pat Wooey's in here giving tongue twisters. If you want something good and fast, it won't be cheap. If you want something good and cheap, it won't be fast. If you want something fast and cheap, it won't be good. You're talking in circles, Pat. You're losing me. See, from one's perspective, she's keeping you around until something better comes along. Friends tell harsh truths. I could agree with that a little bit, Jelly.
All right. I'm back. I got more apple juice. So yeah, as I get my apple juice. Anybody staying in there?
Scrooge yelled at me.
Why is Scrooge yelling at you?
Because I think I said Pat's in there writing tongue twisters. I wasn't able to read it before I could fucking do it. I was trying to process all the goddamn letters and words in there that are the same. Scrooge, back the fuck off.
I think Mikey's working on it, man. Cut him a little slack. He just got that instruction the other day to say what it was, who it is, and what it was, and then his comment on it. No, that's funny.
I love you, Scrooge.
All right, so back to this second half of this story. That's CYX said B1 said something to her friend alluding towards she's on the market. Well, that's exactly what I thought. That's what made me say that she must have said something, or they had a conversation where she's like, you know what, I think I'm probably done with him, or something like that. And so her friend was like, oh, fuck it, I'm going to post this thing on Instagram and see how many people slide into your DMs or whatever. So, and she still claims that she's not talking to anybody else at all or whatever. So I can only take her at her word for it. So, but again, I don't know. I can't sweat her if she is. If she is, I'd rather just know. If we're at the point where we're going to talk to other people, just let me know, and then I can talk to other people too. So just let me know where we're at here. So who knows? It's a pretty crazy, weird situation right now. Trevor said B1's got to go, dumb. You aren't getting any younger. Well, I got to agree. We got to figure out a situation here or a remedy here, because I ain't getting any younger for sure. It's not that I'm not. I am getting better looking with age, thankfully. So that's the good news. Just if that hair starts falling out, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. But back to Sophia and Joe, and that's actually one of the things you mentioned, drinking and kind of losing it. What did you? What caused you to lose your mind and throw all this shit out? She was just mad at you for drinking, I'm assuming, and you lost your shit.
I wish I remembered what I did or what she did at that point. I think it was one of those, I'm leaving you for a little bit while you figure your shit out. And I was like, well, I'm not going to store your shit here while you figure it out. And
yeah, that sounds pretty familiar, actually. I think that's pretty much exactly how that went with mine. Was she said, and I'm not proud of this. This is one of probably the lowest moments of my. This was probably my rock bottom, as far as, because mine came in the form of anger versus being, drinking kind of thing. But I was tipsy. I'll put it that way. But I would say, because I said the same thing. She was like, you know what? I don't want to deal with this. I'm going to go stay at my mom's. And I said, you know what? Let me help you leave. And as soon as she pulled off, everything went out. So again, not proud of it. It was a really bad moment in my life. But since then, we've both made some changes. I'm still working on it. You're still working on it, but you are currently not drinking booze. And it turns out...
Oh, God, no. Thank God.
Well, it turns out, actually, that some of the reason that these two ended up not working out is because Joe Manganiello is sober, and she is not. And I didn't know this. I didn't realize that he wasn't sober, and apparently their marriage wasn't, quote, impacted by his sobriety. And because really, it's an interesting way that they put it, because to me, it would seem more like her drinking is impacting the marriage versus...
I was just about to say, your marriage is impacted by sobriety? Yeah, it would change in all ways for the better, but... Yeah. Maybe you would also word it as his alcoholism or drug addiction leading up to sobriety impacted the marriage.
Well, I was thinking more along the lines where they're trying to make it look like it's a problem that he's sober and they should be letting her go get her party on without it impacting their marriage.
Yeah, and stumble all over chairs and shit, like
she was just crazy, in her
Britney Spears, like
right.
Fuck.
But so I wonder if that is, it made me think about you. And just the other night when you guys went out, you said she wanted to have a drink and you ended up having to go to a bar with her. How much of an inner conflict did you have doing that with her, like leading up to it?
Zero.
None. You're totally in that much control that you're not even.
As soon as she said, I want to have a drink, I was like, good. Thank God. You deserve a drink. Enjoy one for me. Like,
okay, great.
I enjoy when she gets to like cut loose like that, because I've never wanted her to stop. Like, there's been times where she drinks ciders and stuff around the house and stuff like that, and I won't even know. Like, she'll come up and kiss me, and I'll be like, "Ooh, you taste like booze." And she's like, "Yeah, that's the only." And she always just tells me that's the only booze you'll ever get the rest of your life is if I'm drinking. You can taste my breath. I was like, "Perfect, I'll take it."
All right, here's some Tito's. Pour it down your colon, babe.
Thank God, no, she ain't a Tito's girl. Thank God. I learned that early on in the relationship.
That's funny. So yeah, that's.
Oh, technical difficulties. Batteries just died. All right, I'm going to try to follow the directions of Scrooge when he yelled at me now. If you guys didn't hear, Scrooge yelled at me because I'm reading about people's comments before I'm reading the comment. And for people that are listening to the podcast, that's not good.
Okay, we're back, baby.
All right,
So,
good. I
Mike
didn't
is
have to
good.
read any comments.
That's cool. So, well, that's good news. Now, do you worry in the future if that's going to be a problem? If that could get to be? Are you so totally sober now that you just have no desire, no nothing at all?
It's not that I'm like more sober than I've ever been or anything like that, but I've like it's run its course.
Gotcha.
Like, I know what happens if I pick up a drink. Like, I know that nothing's going to happen the first time I drink, that I'm going to get away with it. I know that nothing's going to happen the second time I drink, that I'm going to get away with it. And that's just going to fuel my ego even more. And then I know that I'll probably drink for like a weekend or at a couple like nighttime events and not get drunk. And I'll convince myself I'm not an alcoholic. And within 6 months, it'll be in the morning. I'll feel like shit. I'll be tired or something, and I'll be like, you know what'll wake me up? Some vodka. And it'll be 9 a.m. in the morning, and I'll be at a liquor store grabbing 4 or 5 airplane bottles, and that'll just be the way I start my day. And then that'll make me feel so good that I'll do it the next day, and then before you know it, I'll be back in Philly at rehab.
Okay. All right. All right. So,
Or I won't make it to rehab again, probably. I probably just end up dying before I ended up making it back to rehab.
Okay. Well, I just wondered because that was a big thing with them, and that's what everybody's saying is the reason that they didn't end up working out is because, in part, because he's sober and she's a partier, and they weren't able to work their way through that. Now, I agree. I told you the other day, my theory is, now it does not calling you a dork, Mikey, but you know when you do stop drinking, you kind of change your lifestyle a little bit. And you start doing things that aren't as, quote, fun as you would be doing when you were drinking.
I build Legos.
Yeah, he's into Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
So
I
think
build
that's
Legos.
And did you not remember me warning that this guy, if he does not quit with the Dungeons and Dragons, what was going to happen? And sure enough, look where we are now. All right. Do you remember?
I might pick Dungeons and Dragons over a drunk, to be honest with you.
So boring though. At least when you're getting drunk, you're having fun. That's what I'm saying. Your mindset's changed. My mindset still hasn't changed yet. Nothing's more fun. Nothing will ever be more fun than partying to me, no matter what. 844 hit dumb 844-448-3862. It's always the most fun thing.
Partying is like exhausting to me. Like thinking about it, like me and my buddy David talk all the time that like if anybody, like if me or him are ever like to find some like double stack ecstasy pills or something like that that's really good, that we would roll one more time. And I just always think like, oh my God, like how shitty will I feel for like a week?
You're like a pro football player who's like, I got one series left in me.
Yeah, dude, we talk about it all the time.
I got one good roll left in me, man.
He's 42. I'm 37 about to be. Like at some point you got to be worried about having a stroke with all that MDMA and cocaine and them pills and everything.
All right, hold on one second. I got to do something here in this video I'm about to play. It was like too loud. What the fuck? Why is that not going down? There we go. That's better. All right. So what were we just talking about? Joe and being drunk. All right. So to wrap that all up.
I said I would pick Dungeons and Dragons over a drunk.
No,
You said you're not done with that lifestyle yet.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I am because I mean, I'm not out partying or anything. I guess But I got kids. I think if I didn't have kids, I'd be dead by now for sure. I would. I have no. They're the only reason I haven't done pretty much everything there is to do. I think is that that angel gets real loud when it comes to the kids in my head. So, I do have an update to a story that we talked about yesterday. So, and by the way, I have not slid in Sofia Vergara's DMs yet. I have to find out what's going on with B1 first before I start sliding in Sofia's DMs. You know what I'm saying? All right. Somebody's DMs that I will never slide into. There's an update to her and her PR team. We talked about this the other day. Oh, here, let me answer this phone call real quick. I did tell somebody to call, so let me take a phone call. Hi. Hi, you're on another dumb show. Oh, yeah, I missed it. I hit the wrong button. I think I hung up on him. Sorry about that. Call back. My fat fingers. I think my fat fingers hung up on you. Shit, my bad. 844-HIT-DUMB. Call me back. Anyway, the person I said that Miranda Lambert. Her PR team. Yeah. We played this video the other day. Here, I'll play it again real quick. Oh, man, I can't.
You're not listening to the song. It's pissing me off, Danny. I'm sorry. I'm going to stop right here for a sec, Danny. I'm sorry. These girls are worried about their selfie and not listening to the song. It's pissing me off a little bit.
All right, so I told you guys. Now, it's actually come out. They've actually released the actual picture of the girls that were taking the selfie. Have you seen this picture yet, Mikey?
No.
The actual girls.
I'm curious to see if it was like the selfie with Miranda in the background like we talked about, or if they were just holding the camera up, or which angle was it?
Well, it's exactly what I talked about, like I said. In fact, actually, let me just show it to you. Here it is. Here is a picture right there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 girls with Miranda in the background. Really a pretty cool picture, to be honest with you. It looks like Miranda's in the picture with you, right? I don't think that's too bad. If you guys can knock that picture out in a few seconds, not that big a deal. I think, not bad there, by the way, right? I mean,
no.
Yeah, not bad at all. Got a couple cougars, a couple young one in there.
The 4-piece on the left, they can all catch one.
You even like the cougs in there too?
Yeah. Both on the right they're just nope.
No, the mom on the right's not too bad. I don't think she's not awful, but obviously those middle.
She's got a weird looking hand. I'm out.
Ooh, it is a bad hand. You're right. It is a bad hand.
She's got a man hand down there. No, thank you.
Yeah, the two in the middle though are pretty not bad at all. So, going back, so that's the picture that they took. Now, Miranda Lambert's people came out and made a whole big scene. People were actually here's somebody was saying that the girls had a ring light, from what I was told. This happened that it was going on. Much. It was going on for minutes, not like I said, 30 seconds. This was supposedly going on for minutes. This happened. This started several minutes before the Miranda stopped the show, and then continued with more people and flash into Tin Man, which was distracting to everyone around them during one of the most powerful moments. Everyone around them was happy Miranda addressed it. So,
all right, but I just switched sides.
You did?
Yeah,
okay.
I just switched sides.
Now, Mikey, I think what's happened here is you've fallen into Miranda Lambert. And remember I told you I feel like there's conspiracy within
fuck
country
that bitch.
music?
I don't like her.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's a conspiracy in country music to try to make them look good. To try to make all these jilted women, because I told you I don't like her because of the way she treats Blake Shelton, or the way she acts since Blake Shelton dropped her like a bad habit. So I think there's some sort of concerted effort to make these kind of jilted women look like heroes in the country music community. Hold on one sec. I got a call. I'm going to put this guy on hold real quick. Hold on. I'll put you on hold. I'll get you in a sec. So from there, the PR team is at work trying to make her look good. That's why I showed you that one where they're like, oh no, they had a flash and it took too many minutes and blah, 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 blah. I don't give a shit because Mikey, you like to have fun, right?
Yeah.
Well, I like to have fun too. And what's one of the most fun things to do at a concert? When a beach ball goes around?
You hit the beach ball.
You have some fun with the fucking beach ball. You bounce that beach ball all over the place. Well, after Miranda's PR team tried to do all their bullshit and try to make her look good, the real fans came out and said, you know what? We're not gonna fall for your country music bullshit, your manufactured jilted women bullshit. Let's look at what this true country Grinch does at her concerts. Here's another concert, Mikey, and there's no audio at first, but you'll see. See what she's carrying? She's carrying a beach ball.
Away the beach ball.
Oh, it gets worse, buddy. So here she is.
Yeah, so
she goes and sets it down.
True.
What?
I can't stand her.
Hold on. Pulls out a knife.
I love y'all, but we're not at the damn beach. We're singing country music tonight.
Right? I mean, a double. She's the worst. She is absolutely just the worst. I cannot stand her.
I'm back. Sorry, I'm a flip-flopper. I'm a wobbler. I was on the fence.
John Kerry.
I thought the grass was green. I thought the grass was greener on the other side. I'm back. Nope. I'm glad them bitches distracted her and ruined everything.
I know. What kind of jerk takes a goddamn beach ball? How insecure are you with yourself if you can't handle somebody bouncing a beach ball around at your concert? I mean, come on.
She reminds me, she's the female version of Garth Brooks.
Oh, you just don't like. I like Garth. You don't like Garth because of Tom Segura and all that stuff and the bodies
Block
and all
Tom.
that. And where's the bodies
Unblock
or
Tom.
whatever? It'll never happen.
Tom.
Don't do it, Garth. Don't do it. Keep singing those great songs, buddy.
I comment on every one of his Facebook posts. Where are the bodies?
You're insane. That's so crazy. You're nuts. I would
Dude,
block the fuck out of you.
His whole comment section. That's all it is. It is literally just flooded with that shit. I don't know how this all started. I just don't know how it's grown into this, but it's just funny to see two celebrities like that. And he even mentions it in a special. That's the #1 watch thing on Netflix.
Has Garth ever mentioned it or addressed it or anything? Has he ever made any sort of even alluded to knowing that it's going on? I know he knows, but has he ever alluded to it?
No, he's never mentioned it. Nobody. I don't know if they never showed any interviews of people like asking about it or anything like that.
All right, yeah, because CMT, they're not going to do it at all, for sure. So, and I got something, we'll talk about CMT here for just a sec. I imagine you guys probably have heard this story, but we'll talk about it for a sec. Hi, you're on another dumb show. Who's this? 844-HIT-DUMB. Hello. It's you.
Hello.
671, it's you. What's up, dude?
Hey, what's going on? How you doing?
Good. Who's this?
This is Bailey.
Bailey, what's going on, Bailey? How are you? What can I do for you?
Yeah, sorry I'm a little sick, but I was listening. I'm with you on all this other shit, but
okay.
I'm a little bit late coming into the show. It's finally nice to be able to listen to it live. I'm originally, we live in Hawaii, so I don't get to get your show live.
Okay.
Right. And I'm down here in San Antonio. My boy's graduating from basic training.
Congratulations. That's awesome. Congrats.
Yeah. I think so too, brother. But I was just calling in because I like the show. Shit. My mom's calling in now.
Your mom's calling you in the middle of the show. It sounds like when
I know, brother.
Sounds like when I'm trying to do work. Well, that's good. What is your son doing in the Air Force? Is he going to do drones? What's he going to fly? Is he going to fly? What are you going to?
Shit. I wish. No, he's doing ammo, so he's gonna be loading bombs on planes.
That's what my dad did in the Navy.
Right.
That was my dad's job in the Navy, actually. Yeah, that's exactly what my dad did. He was on the Diamond Head doing that for a long time. That's pretty cool.
Well, dumb, it's like you load them and kill them. Load them, kill them.
Yeah, tell him, I hope your son, God love him, I hope everything's going to be okay, because it looks like we got a guy defecting from, did you see that guy defected from South Korea? One of our military members.
Sure did.
Well, I don't know if he's officially been listed as a defector yet, but he ran across from South Korea to North Korea like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, but you got to see the whole story. That motherfucker was already in a bunch of trouble and shit.
Well, yeah, I knew why. I know why he did it, but of all the places to run to, well, I know North Korea when they
who would run to North Korea?
Defectors, because they use them as propaganda agents to try to make it look like people are living the high life there in North Korea when they defect over. That's happened actually with a few different
we
defectors.
saw the last dude that come back from North Korea, right?
Yeah, that
he
Oscar
was in a coma and half dead.
Yep, you're absolutely right. He did come back bad. So this guy might. Well, I don't think that Oscar guy though. He was not a defector. He was just somebody who was
no, he was not. Yeah, I agree.
If this guy does, actually not quote, but if he does defect, in the past, North Korea has used them as propaganda agents, and they give them a bunch of money, and they put them up in nice apartments and make it look like they're living the high life there. So it's that place is pretty messed up. So I surely hope that because they're shooting off ICBMs that can apparently go around the world now practically. So it's
bullshit.
You don't buy that?
No,
from what I saw,
they're just shooting shit in the China Sea or the Japan Sea or whatever. But
now, Bailey,
North Korea don't have nothing. North Korea is just somebody trying to fucking antagonize us where China can get it.
Have you seen the movie Have you seen the movie Major League? The classic 80s film.
Oh yes, I love that movie.
Do you remember in the part when the guy says too high for the home run, right?
Yep.
Okay, that's what's happening right now with North Korea's ICBMs. They're shooting too high right now. The only reason they're landing in the China Sea, like you mentioned, is they're pointing those suckers straight up. They're too high, and they're just coming straight back down. Now, they shoot those things on an angle, buddy. They're coming all the way over to see us. That's the problem right now.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at? It's true. Are you mad because I'm using a Major League reference to talk about nuclear arms?
But Sean, you gotta understand, they're not gonna shoot anything towards anybody, because if they do that, if they shoot it towards us, right? Then they'll be destroyed.
Yeah, I know. Everybody, it's a whole awful thing. Just the thought of one of them.
Well, nobody can do anything, right? Everybody does all this shit, but nobody can do anything.
Well, hopefully your son.
We're in such a volatile environment right now.
Maybe we'll get lucky, and your son will load the weaponry that will be delivered to someday take out one Kim Jong-un or whatever the fuck his name is, because that guy, we don't need that guy around.
I'm not worried about that. My son's a fourth generation. He's fourth generation Air Force. So I'm not worried about that.
Oh,
I know what's going on. I served over whatever, did whatever I had to do, but no one's worried about that shit.
Well, yeah, I always think worst case scenario when I hear these kind of things about kids in the military and stuff like that. Because at one point, my kid wanted to get in, and sometimes even still kind of entertains that idea, and his mom's all for it because his stepdad's family is big in the military, and I think one of them's an officer and all this stuff. So, he's kind of got that bug, and I'm so anti-authority.
Right.
Like, I do not like being told what to do. So the idea of being told how to tie my shoes or make my bed it's insanity to me. I couldn't even begin to.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Sean. But you know how the military is. That's where we go. You're told what the fuck to do.
Absolutely, and some people can handle that, and other people can't.
I think. I'm sorry.
You're fine. Go ahead, dude.
But I think, you know, when I served, I did the hard shit, so my son shouldn't have to do the hard shit.
And now he's doing it.
So I would hope that's the case, but we see the way the world's going now. Gives a shit, you know? It's going to be hard no matter what it is.
Are you worried that he's going to be in a war against China?
Nope.
Really? Interesting.
Not him, but are we going to go to war with China? Shit. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
that's going to happen, I think, within the next 10 years.
What? You'll think he'll be out by then is what you're saying? Don't you think they'll just bring him back?
No, he'll still be in. I would hope next 10 years he'll still be in so he can retire, but who knows?
That's what I'm saying.
not him.
So there is a chance then is kind of what I was saying that it's, you know, because it's leaning towards things not going very well between the two of us. And that's why I worry so much about my kid. So are you, so it sounds like you're not worried. You got that.
Too.
Oh, you are worried. Okay. Cause it's almost like you have that military mindset where you're like, we're just doing our duty and not much to worry about.
I'm retired military, right? I'm retired military because I have that mindset. We got to go fight and win.
God, thank God there are man's men like you guys, like you, and not like me and Mikey, who we like to party. We don't like to shoot people. We're stay at home and play F1 and Diablo while you guys.
I don't think I'd mind shooting somebody though.
Oh no, I don't think I would want to do
that. Hey,
oh.
I'm gonna tell you what. I didn't shoot nobody. I was a medic.
Good for you. Yeah, no, I don't.
Right.
I wouldn't want anything to do with any of that.
I don't kill. I save.
I just feel like it's cheating, Mikey.
Well, that's good. Thank you for your service.
It's cheating. It's cheating if you use one of those.
You know and I'm gonna tell you what. I retired in 2015, and I retired in California. As soon as I retired, I went and got my fucking medical card.
Okay. I was gonna ask if you've been hanging out with Sofia Vergara tonight by any chance.
Who's that?
She's a celebrity that likes to drink.
Oh, well, I like to drink, but
I kind of thought so. I had a feeling.
Oh, well, I'm sure you could tell. But
God love you.
Like
no, good for you, man. So you got you're doing your lab and you're doing your drinking. So all right, well, you're enjoying happy hour.
Well, you know, I had it. The only reason I found you guys was I was in Ohio. My wife was stationed in Ohio up in Wright Pat, so you know that area, Dayton area.
Yeah.
Then I got my card there in Ohio. And when I got it is when that shit first happened. And then I had my card in Florida. Now we live in Hawaii, so I have my card out there.
Man, that's a tough life, the way they make you guys travel around. That would I don't know if I would like that, the amount of moving that you guys have to do. That's a lot.
Yeah, dude, well, once I retired in 2015, I thought we were done, but then my wife came back in to the military, and now we're still in it. And I'm like, God damn, I just want to settle down, dude.
Right on. Yeah, but now that your kid's in it, you're going to probably end up moving wherever they move to, and then they're going to get moved. You're going to have to move again. It's going to be a whole crazy thing. So,
get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I ain't following my kid around. I ain't follow that fucker around. He's done. He's a man. He can go do what he wants. I ain't following him around.
Now, is it bad? I feel like I'm gonna have a hard time when my kids start getting older, man. They want to hang out with me and be my best friend anymore. That's gonna be hard, man. I'm literally gonna have nobody to hang out with. I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. Those are my dudes. Those are my guys, man. I don't know what to do if I can't hang out with my guys. I don't know what I'm gonna do when those kids get older and want nothing to do with me.
Maybe
I'm with you because I got no friends besides him.
I didn't hear either of you. Say that again, Mikey.
Oh, I was gonna say it. I don't even know what I was saying.
You've been smoking too much, Mikey.
Yep.
Maybe you need to hit my Hawaiian stuff I got.
Ooh.
I love some. I would love some Maui Wowie.
Some Hawaiian Pauchi.
Grown in that volcanic soil. I love a good Kona coffee too.
Yeah.
So now, is there rules about you can't take it off the mainland? You can't take the bud off the mainland, like you can't take the coffee off the mainland. Any rules like that?
Well, come on, dumb. You can't take fucking pot anywhere, right? You
Well,
can't take pot out of fucking Ohio or anything.
Well, I meant more of the traditional curse. They say you can't take Kona coffee out of.
No.
Yeah.
So you know, I was about to say Ohio, but no, in Hawaii, the traditional curse is you can't take a piece of Hawaii with you. So, like, you pick up a rock and take it with you, that's a curse.
That's what I meant. So, if you take bud off it's the same idea, right?
No.
I disagree. I feel like you're taking a piece of Hawaii if it's grown in that volcanic soil and blessed by Queen Kamakamaloa. Then it's
Oh, you know.
I just made that up, but I knew it was probably something close to that. So
it's about close, brother. It's about close.
That's my point. That's kind of what I'm saying, though. So I think you got to be careful, man. You don't want to curse yourself taking that off of there. So, all right, Bailey, I'm going to let you go, my dude. Thank you so much for calling in.
All right, brother. Thank you.
No, you're welcome, dude. I appreciate you calling in and telling us. And good luck to your son. I hope everybody stays safe, okay?
Hey, I appreciate you picking my call, brother. Thank you.
No, thanks for calling. I appreciate you calling, dude. Adios. You guys know nothing makes me happier than when you call into another dumb show. Nothing makes me happier. Alrighty, guys. I think we're getting late. Probably time to call and wrap this thing up like a dead fish. I want to I don't know what's going on right now. I'm trying to find a chat message I saw in there, and I lost it here. B4 asked, Dumb, do you have ODD? I believe I have ODD, but I was told by a psychologist who listens to another dumb show or watches another dumb show that it is not. I do not have ODD. Adults can't have it. I just am a dick and don't like being told what to do. So 6 one way, half dozen the other, as far as I'm concerned there, okay? Doug Killed Jack says dumb for president. I love that. Amen. Nugget Man got sent to the Gulf War when he was 18 years old. He was scared as hell. I bet you were, my dude. Well, thank you for going, though, dude. That shit sucks. Diz is asking, would you cut off one pinky to have sex with Sofia Vergara with the possibility of a relationship? Sex and the possibility of a relationship? See this glass right here? I'll break it. You make that happen, Diz, right now. I will break this glass and use a piece of broken shard of glass to do it. I'll dislocate the finger first and just, that thing will be gone. It'd be like nothing ever happened. I already broke this finger once. I don't need it. It's already wonky. Look how bent it is and weird it is. I already broke it once. I don't care. Hate that goddamn finger. All right.
I hammer fisted something the other day and fucked up my wrist.
Don't do hammer fist.
You're the first person I thought of.
Yeah, they hurt, man. That hurts. You think they don't hurt because you're not hitting the front of your hand, which is usually you hurt your knuckles doing that and the top of your bones. But you do that hammer fist and it shifts this whole thing. All those little bones in there, they move when you do it. And that's how I broke off that little piece of cartilage in there, which is literally, I'm not lying to you. He said it's smaller than half of a pea is how small it is. But he goes, that's what's causing all that pain in there. It just moves around and floats around and gets in between all those little metatarpals or metacarpals or whatever the fuck they're called in there. It causes a lot of pain. So don't punch stuff anymore, dude. We're getting past that, Mikey. Come on.
It was a goddamn cover stuck at work. That was all.
But you were mad at it, so you broke it, right? Or you rammed down on it?
It didn't work.
Oh, all right. Yeah, you just hurt yourself for no reason. So, all right, yep. Mikey, speaking of hurting yourself, thank you for hurting yourself every night and hanging out here with me. I appreciate it.
I'm about to go Uber eat some food.
I'm about to mash this. That's a lot
I'm
of
getting cookies tonight.
Double chicken, double rice, double fajita. I went hard, so I'm gonna mow that. Can't wait to eat it. I've just been staring at it. Just can't wait to mow it. So, all right, bro, go get your cookies. Go ruin your diet and feel like shit afterwards.
Sweet.
Love you, bro. See you. Alrighty, guys. Just want to say thank you again to everybody who watched here and streamed on my tube tonight. Chloe sent a little message in there and says, love you, Dumb, with the hearts. Love you too, Chloe. Thank you very much. Thanks to you. Thanks to everybody in the league. You guys are the best. I really appreciate all of you guys hanging out with us every evening. It's so fantastic. It means so much to me. We are going to wrap things up tonight. But before we do that, if you have not hit that like button, hit the button. What are you waiting for? Hit the like button for, brother. I really appreciate it if you would do that. It's really easy. You just, close the chat for 2 seconds, hit that like button, and then bring it right back up. If you don't have notifications turned on, please make sure you guys have your notifications turned on. Hit that little bell button, sub and ding. You know how it goes. So if you're not subscribed, you can't be chatting. That's how it goes. We got to be subscribed to be a member of our chat. But if you want to be an official member of the League of Dummies, guys, you know what you have to do. You have to hit that join button. It's $1.99 a month, and it's one of the best ways to help support Another Dumb Show. Of course, the super chat donations, which were a little thin tonight, not going to lie. I'm just fucking around. The super chat donations, obviously, too, are another one of the best ways to help support Another Dumb Show. So you guys know that we really appreciate everything you do for us to help us keep up and running here moving forward. So that's going to wrap things up for us tonight. Oh, B4 asks, is asking Jelly, how is Austin? That is my daughter's boyfriend who did Mikey's McDonald's Challenge yesterday. I did mean to give you guys an update on it. I asked him about how he was feeling earlier today, and his reply to me was pretty funny. I said, how you feeling today? And he said, woke up pouring sweat, slightly confused. My phone was all the way across the bedroom on the floor, dead. So I know exactly what happened. That means he went into the sodium coma that I told him was going to come. He probably laid down on the floor with his phone and passed out while he went into that sodium coma. And then as soon as he kind of woke up and came out of it, he just stumbled his way to bed. Because I remember when I did that 100 nugget challenge, all I could do was lay on the ground and try not to fall asleep and try not to throw up and try to get my heart rate down and just try to feel like a normal human being. But boy, was I sick after I did that. So I understand when you eat that much sodium, your body fights it really, really hard. So Austin, thanks again for doing it. I really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun with you doing it. And I do have another guy who sent me an email. He wants to do it. So we'll probably have him do it next week. I knew Hannah and Tessa, they're working out when it's going to work best for them. We'll get to them doing the taco challenge one of these days down the road. But in the meantime, guys, that's going to be it for us tonight. Thank you so much for streaming on issue number 70 of Another Dumb Show. Thanks. Oh, Scott78, thank you so much. He said, good show. He threw in a super chat donation in there. You're the man, dude. You're always doing that. I appreciate it so much. Seriously, I really appreciate it. That's going to wrap it up tonight, guys. Thank you for streaming with us tonight on issue number 70. We'll be back live tomorrow with issue number 71 at 7 p.m. Eastern. So, hey, by the way, I always tell everybody to hit the like button and all that good stuff, but another one of the best ways you guys can really help me out to try to help the show grow outside of the group, the league and the RMG listeners and stuff like that, is start retweeting stuff and reposting that stuff that I do on Instagram and Twitter and stuff like that. If you guys retweet that stuff, and I saw somebody did it earlier today, and I was really appreciative of it. So if you guys see me doing that, if you could repost that stuff, that would be really helpful to me and helpful to the show. The more people that we have watching, the bigger the league will get, and the more the chat will grow, and the more fun you guys will have in there, and the bigger this thing's going to get. So if you guys help me, I'll help you, and we'll keep this thing growing from here. So that's going to wrap things up for us tonight here on Another Dumb Show. Thanks again for streaming on my tube. I am out of here. Oh, by the way, if you are participating in Happy Hour, you know the rules. Don't go anywhere. Stay home. If you've been doing any drinking, been doing any lavendering, you know the rules. Stay home. Don't go anywhere. I'm out of here. See ya.